How exciting was it for the campaign staff to watch the election results come in?
Well, we had all been kind of up for like 36 hours straight essentially, and we all got to the election night victory party, and I think the staff was, like all the volunteers were pretty happy, but the staff was pretty tense. So we're huddling around the computer, and after 7 p.m. they only release the absentee and early voting results. So we saw that, and we saw that that Ken Keachel was within 130 votes of George Morales, which we knew that it would be like that, but still 130 votes is not much. And we didn't have all of our precincts yet reporting or anything like that. So, we got, pretty nervous. And then as the precincts started to roll in, we had about, I think the first spot was about 38 precincts reported. And George took I think it was about a 3.2% lead. And then as more and more precincts, the gap changed into 7%. And George was ultimately announced the winner, and it was pretty exciting. It was kind of icing on the cake after 4 years of 4 terms. This would be his last and final term, so it was pretty exciting, I have to say. But the tensions rise as you watch those pull in, and you hope that you've done everything you can, because at this point it's too late.
How did it feel to have all your efforts in the campaign be successful?
It felt very rewarding. It's, I've been a part of several different campaigns, win and lose, and there's some that you don't mind seeing lose. There's some candidates you don't mind seeing lose, and there's others that you're heartbroken when they lose. And if George was to lose, I would have been heartbroken by far, but it was very rewarding and exciting. We were all just pretty elated, just because all of our hard work, all the the stress, the late nights, the random phone calls, the running here, running there, different errands, all the things that had kind of happened over the past 3 months, all paid off, because that was a win.
Did Ken Keachel call Representative Morales to congratulate him, and if so, how did that go?
From my knowledge, I've not heard from the campaign staff that had occurred, and I would be shocked if that actually occurred. Unfortunately, these smaller races can often entice a little bit of a more hostile environment. Not so much on our end, but a lot of the mail pieces that Ken put out were very malicious towards George and towards who he is as a person, not necessarily his policies. And I think that I would not expect Ken to do that. I would expect that George would do that in a heartbeat, don't get me wrong. He came to visit me one time at a polling location, and during early voting, he was like, oh yeah, I dropped a homeless man off at 7-Eleven so that way he could get out of the rain. Like, he would be somebody to if the roles were reversed, he would have said something to Ken. But I think just because Ken was so hotly contested for this seat and was very, very determined to run for another position, that he did not reach out, unfortunately. So